Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. So obviously, as you can tell, I'm going to be doing my everyday makeup routine for you. Just kidding. I'm going to be doing this Vampire Diaries inspired Halloween tutorial for you guys. I love the Vampire Diaries, so I thought I would recreate something very similar or close-ish to the Vampire Diaries. This look is super easy, so if you are looking for a last minute Halloween tutorial, then this is definitely something that you can recreate for Halloween. And it's also really good for people that don't want to buy or to spend too much money on special effects products, so you can recreate this entire look using makeup. But anyways, if you want to see how I created this vampire look, then please keep on watching. Okay, so regardless of what type of makeup is being applied, it's so important to moisturize and prime the skin. I've already moisturized my skin, and here I'm just priming my face using my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. As vampires tend to be quite pale, I'm using a foundation that's 2 shades lighter than my skin tone. So I'm applying my Bobbi Brown Long Wear Even Finish Foundation in the shade Natural. Now, because this foundation is quite matte, it's great for this type of look because I doubt vampires have dewy skin. And don't forget to apply the foundation to any areas that are exposed, like the neck and ears, so it looks more realistic, especially if you're using a completely different foundation shade. The great thing about this makeup look is you don't need to wear any concealer, as the more bags the better. But I am going to set the foundation using my MAC Prep and Prime Translucent Powder. I want my eyebrows to be very arched and evil looking, so I'm just brushing through my hairs in the directions that I want them to sit in. Now, using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the shade Ebony, I'm just going in with the harsh strokes and making my eyebrows look prominent and very exaggerated. If you don't have a dark eyebrow pencil, then you can use an eye pencil, or even a black eyeshadow will do the trick. Next, using my Bahama bronzer, I'm just going to define the hollows of my cheeks and make myself look really gaunt. And I'm also applying the bronzer on my temples and the sides of my nose. So next, using the shade Dagger from the Urban Decay Smokey palette, I'm just going above the areas I've just contoured to make it appear slightly more grey. Now for the eyes, as always, I'm priming my eyelids using my NARS eyeshadow primer. And then I'm packing on my Black Track eyeliner by MAC all over my eyelids. And this doesn't have to be done too neatly, as I'll be blending it out later. Next, I'm using the shade Bitten by Makeup Geek, and I'm applying that in my crease and blending the black shade in. This eyeshadow is great for making the eyes appear sore and really horrible looking. Next, I'm going in with Corrupt by Makeup Geek, and I'm packing that on top of that black eyeliner. And here I'm just using a fluffy crease brush just to blend everything together. For eyeliner, I'm using this NYX eye pencil in jet black, and I'm taking it down slightly onto the under eye area. Next, using a shader brush, I'm taking the same black eyeshadow I applied earlier, and I'm just going on top of the eyeliner because I want the black to be quite intense. Here I'm using a detailed eyeshadow brush to apply Bitten on my lower lash and smoke that out. And you can really see here now that my eyes are looking quite sore. Okay, so now it's time for the fun part, and I'm going to be creating veins here. So I'm using this thin paintbrush and wetting it with my MAC Fix Plus spray, and then I'm dipping it into the Bitten eyeshadow we used earlier to mimic veins. And if you haven't done this before, then you can use a picture as a reference, but they're pretty easy to do. Now, veins tend to be a bluish greeny purple colour, so to make them appear more realistic, I'm going in with this shade called Neptune by Makeup Geek, and I'm doing the exact same thing here.
Next, using the beauty blender I used earlier, I'm going over top the drawn veins because we want them to appear as if they're coming from within the skin. So the excess foundation on the beauty blender will help create this illusion. Now I know vampires won't be highlighted, but I was itching to apply a little something on my brow bone, so I used Nylon by MAC as I felt like this really completed the eyes. For falsies, I used these funky lashes in the number 134 by Ardell. And here I'm just going in with my Miss Manga Punky mascara on my top and bottom eyelashes. For lips, I'm using these two shades by Sephora, and I'm first going in with this red lipstick called Valentine. I'm going for an ombre look here, so I'm next applying this Truth or Dare shade to the corners of my mouth and the very inside of my lip, and then I'm just blending that out using my fingers. I then decided I wanted the plum shade to be more darker, so I went over top of these areas with an eyeliner. Now the next few steps are optional, but I wanted to be a bit more creative. So first I'm adding 2 bite marks on my neck. So to create these bite marks, I'm using the shade Bitten and blending that out in a circular motion using my eyeshadow brush. And then to add some dimension to the bite marks, I'm just going in and applying a black dot in the centre to appear as if that was the area in which the teeth were sunken in. I'm then putting in these super cool vampire teeth I bought from eBay for only £10, and here I'm just being a bit silly and showing you what they look like. They're actually super comfortable and they look quite realistic. So next I'm going in with this Ben Nye Scab Blood and Thick Blood, and I'm just applying that on my bite marks. And for the final touch, I'm getting some of the stage blood and pouring that around my mouth. And this blood is edible, so it's safe to put in your mouth. And that's it, guys.
So this, guys, is my super easy take on Vampire Diaries inspired vampire look. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial just as much as I enjoyed creating it. And if you did, then please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions, then please leave them in the comment section down below and I'll get back to you soon. And I'll hopefully see you in my next video. Bye!